Hey everyone, welcome back to one more episode of Sundry's podcast. We ended with the India versus England episode, but that will be our last international cricket episode for a while because the Indian Premier League season is here. IPL starts Friday, March 22nd, another exciting season. So, the next few episodes are going to be about IPL team previews. We've already posted a few teams out there, but we're going to catch up and post a lot more teams in the coming days. So, yeah, we're looking forward to dissecting those teams and their auction strategies and their plans for this year. Today's episode will be about Chennai Super Kings, the defending champions. They had a stellar season last time, ended in an IPL trophy. They had a lot of star performers, a lot of talks about whether this will be Mahendra Singh Dhoni's last season or not, but he's playing one more season. He's playing this season. They've gotten a strong squad one more time. And to talk about CSK will be our beloved co-host Dave. Welcome, Dave. How are you?
I'm good, Abhi. How are you?
I'm good. So finally, we are here for talk about your favorite team, CSK. How are you feeling about the team, the squad for the year, your chances? Good, bad, nervous?
So, unlike other teams or unlike most teams, in my opinion, CSK never looks that good on paper, but they just perform. Yes, they have failed a couple of times, but mostly they perform. However, last year and especially this year, they look more strong on paper than before, which is a good sign. And they got some good talents. They were able to get it in the recent auction, both international and Indian talents. So yeah, I am hoping that we would most likely qualify for playoffs. After that, it's not in our hands. As long as we qualify for playoffs, I'll be more than happy.
Interesting take. So, well, yeah, your team is set for this year, but they made some good buys in the auction. What did you think about CSK's auction strategy? And they had a pretty expensive buy in Samir Rizvi as well. So, your thoughts about their auction strategies? Who did they overpay for? Who was a steal?
So if you had to go with the first steal, then it has to be Rachin Ravindra. Considering his exceptional World Cup and followed by his 100 and double 100 in various formats in the last 6 months to a year. Everyone expected him to go really big. Um, all the analysts, ex players, and everyone was saying he would go for 5 crore, 10 crore, and all that. And somehow, out of nowhere, CSK was able to buy him for 1.8 crore.
Mhm.
It might sound not that cheap, but for the player of the caliber and what he brings and the form that he's in, I would say 1.8 crore is a huge steal.
That's true. That's true.
And you asked the other question about Samir Rizvi, right? So Samir
Samir Rizvi,
Rizvi, me
yes.
personally haven't seen him play. I think most of us haven't seen him play. However, after he's been picked, I've seen few highlights on YouTube. Everyone, every player and analyst are saying what a talent he is, and I'm definitely looking forward to see him do well for CSK. And I think he might get a chance, especially in the initial games when we might be missing Sivam Dubey.
Hmm.
So I'm looking forward to see how he goes when he gets a chance. But I think you missed Daryl Mitchell. I think he's the
I did.
second or
I did.
third most expensive buy. CSK followed their footprint from last year, where they bought Ben Stokes for 17 crores. This time they went down a little bit to 14 crores. This is more unlike CSK because generally they don't go for this high of a price, but they changed their tactics in the recent times. It looks like. Yeah, I'm extremely happy with Daryl Mitchell. Knowing CSK, he may not even get a game, depending on how everyone else goes. But I hope he gets a game and he plays well. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. So
I think, yeah. I mean, knowing CSK and their team management, they always plan for next at least 2 3 years when they buy a player, except for maybe Ben Stokes. But all of their buys in the auction have been more than long-term strategies. So they may have something for Daryl Mitchell, if not this season, but sometime in the immediate future. One more auction buy I would want to get your opinion on is Shardul Thakur for 4 crores. He's back to CSK. He played for CSK, went away for a while, but he's back. In my opinion, they didn't spend a lot for him. Do you think the same?
definitely, I don't know whether last I think last season or the previous season when he went for 10 more than 10 crores. No disrespect to him, but I don't think KKR were able to extract as much as they expected out of him. Yes, I think he had an exceptional game. Once he scored 60 something out of 20 balls or something.
Yeah.
Except that I couldn't pinpoint any great bowling performance or batting performance out of him, which is sad considering his potential and what he had done for CSK in the 3 years that he played for us. Out of 3 years, we won title twice, and he was the most wicket taker in both those seasons. So I'm hoping he will do exact same thing even this year. Dhoni knows exactly where to use him, and looking forward to see how he plays. Hopefully, he'll be back to form with both bat
Awesome.
and ball.
I think that covers pretty much most of the prominent auction buys. They also got Mustafizur Rahman for a base price, which is an interesting buy as well. But we're moving on to the next section. A two-part question. Who do you think will be the four foreigners come Friday? And who will be the starting 12?
So yeah, I think we'll start with the first part of the question. Four foreigners. I think we all know Devon Conway is injured. At least he may not be part of first half of IPL, most
Uh-huh.
likely. So since he's not available, it's most likely that Rachin Ravindra is going to take his spot. It's going to be like for like, maybe slightly better because he could bowl some overs as well. So Rachin Ravindra would be the first foreigner. The second person would be Tikshana,
Mhm.
and because we all know what he could do. Last year it didn't go well for him, but since last IPL he's been exceptional everywhere that he played. So I'm definitely looking forward to see Tikshana this
Okay.
time. I was also told Patirana is not available or maybe slightly injured. So if he is not available, most likely Mustafizur is going to take his spot.
Yeah.
If Patirana is available, it's going to be Patirana, of course. And so the fourth one, for now, I personally would think it's going to be Daryl Mitchell. But knowing Dhoni, he might still go with Moeen Ali because of what he had done in the past. That's my four. The openers would be Gaikwad and Rachin Ravindra. So the third spot is most likely going to be Rahane, followed by Sivam Dubey. If he's not
Mhm.
available, Samir Rizvi. Probably Rizvi and Rahane might swap, but it's just third and fourth then. And then we get into the middle order. If it is Daryl Mitchell, he will play there. If it is Moeen Ali, he might come a little down after Jadeja.
Yeah.
So it will be one of those Mitchell or Moeen Ali, followed by Jadeja, Dhoni. And then we have Deepak Chahar, Shardul Thakur. And then we already said Tikshana, Patirana, or Mustafizur, and Chaudhary.
Yeah. I think the squad you gave, the starting 12, is really balanced, really good. A lot of all rounders in there. In fact, I'm looking at the CSK squad. They have more than plenty of all rounders to have a playing 12 just with the all rounders and with Mahendra Singh Dhoni. So it's always been CSK strategies to buy utility players. And they've gone ahead and done that this time as well. And yeah, pretty exciting squad. But I also want to pick on your brain for one last question. We're pretty confident that they will qualify for the playoffs once again. So after 15 minutes of talking about them, do you still feel the same way?
Yes, I mean, no disrespect to other teams, but considering where CSK was last year, they have a better squad this year.
Hmm.
So last year they kind of struggled to qualify, if I could say. For a stretch, they played exceedingly well. No one expected Dubé and Rahane to do what they did in the last season. I think now it is important to see if they could redo that again in this season. If they could do that, then there is 100% guarantee that CSK is going to make it. If not, CSK has a backup for them right now, which they did not have last season. So that's why I'm hoping it would be relatively easier compared to last year for CSK to make it to playoff this season. But I completely understand your point. And we even talked about all the other teams and how better most of the teams are on paper this year, which is how it is every year. So yeah, let's wait and watch. I'm looking forward to Friday, the first game
Yep.
with RCB.
Yep, it's a cracker of a game. It's an extremely unpredictable, crazy tournament. So, yeah, that brings us to the end of our Chennai Super Kings episode. We'll catch you with one more team preview really soon. Goodbye.
See you, everyone. Thank you.